Bill, I want to ask, you have three lovely daughters. Are they fans of your work? Have they engaged with anything you've done yet?
Well, they know me from like a lot of animated movies, like Inside Out and Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. I did show them a couple of. They wanted to, I had the thing where my oldest came in, she's 11, and said, "Hey, kids at school said you were on a show called Saturday Night Live," and yeah, and then so I showed her and her sister Harper the. I was like, "What do I show them?" And I ended up showing them the puppet sketch where I was the puppet.
Fantastic.
And they thought that was funny. And then I showed them the one where again, another John Solomon, Rob Klein sketch, where I was kind of this effeminate firefighter. And
It's one of my favorites with Adam Levine.
Adam Levine, yeah, and it was called The Firehouse Incident. And they were really confused by that. And then I watched, and then I showed them Stefan, and my oldest went, after the third one, went, "Do you laugh in all these?" Yeah, I do. And she goes, I go, "But my friend John Mulaney, he was writing stuff I hadn't seen," and she was like, "All right."
I think about the firefighter sketch more than maybe anybody, because there's your character finds out that they canceled the television show. Don't tell the, what was it? Don't tell the bee. Don't tell the bee in apartment 23.
Yeah. Yeah. Bobby Moynihan walks in and goes, "Do you hear they canceled the bee in apartment 23? And I go, "What?"
You go, "They canceled the bee!
They canceled the bee!" And then I think I say, "Open that window because I want to throw a dog out the window." And everybody goes, "No."
And your kids thought that was weird. Hey,
great. They weren't into it. And I blew my voice out doing it. I remember.
We do talk about Second Chance Theater a lot of this show. And I believe Song for Daddy, was that also Klein and Solomon?
We're just talking about John Solomon and Rob Klein sketches, which were amazing. But yeah, Song for Daddy was Justin Bieber. And that sketch, only went to dress, and everything that could possibly go wrong in a sketch went wrong during that sketch. Immediately, I think the set almost fell on Justin Bieber.
Right.
And then I tried to make it like a part of the sketch or something. And then I remember none of the props I was supposed to have were there. And it just went terrible. And then at the end, I remember Kenan Thompson came out as Steve Harvey. And he went, "I don't know, I like it." And it was almost like he was talking about the sketch. But my prevailing memory of that was going upstairs after it happened and going up to the writer's room on 9, still in my costume, and walking into the writer's room on the 9th floor, and James Anderson just on the floor laughing, and he tackled me and started laughing because it was like everybody was just like, that was...
Yeah.
And that was one of the classic, like, everything that could go wrong. I think it's online someplace, but it just ate it.
It was also, it was like height of Bieber fever. And I think in those days, probably now too, when you have dress rehearsals, sometimes that's when I feel like NBC executives like pull tickets for their kids. And so it was a way younger crowd, and they were just there because they loved him. And the sketch started, and immediately the set almost fell on him, and people gasped.
Yeah, old, grizzled cowboy singing a song about his daddy. And I remember getting up there and seeing the crowd, and Fred Armisen was playing the drummer, and Fred was like, "God, there's a lot of like young kids here." And I was just like, "Oh, we're screwed. This isn't gonna play." And just seeing John Solomon just in the audience with pleasantly looking at me, going like, just knowing like,
yeah,
I was in front of the firing squad,
It was, we'll do it here one day, and we'll just have a grizzled audience full of cowboys for you. Just like old, because that's who it was for.
It was who it was for. It was just, yeah.
Buddy, thank you so much for being here. It is always such a joy and a pleasure to see your face.
Yeah, you too, pal.
I'll see you soon.